Yo, can we just talk a little bit about the Pittsburgh Pirates and what they're doing to their young pitching? What I mean by that is that they're wasting it. They're wasting Paul Skeens, Jared Jones, Mitch Keller, and it's terrible. It's terrible. They haven't done anything this offseason, hardly of note at all. They brought in Spencer Horwitz, and that's about it. I mean, he had a decent rookie year, 265 average, 433 slug. He has a little bit of promise, but I mean, you look at this lineup, they brought in IKF to play shortstop. That's just not going to do it. If you have a guy like that leading off, I just don't know. I mean, you still got some good bats in Brian Reynolds and O'Neal Cruz. I really do like those players. O'Neal Cruz finally had a full season last year. Love to see that. I hope he can continue to progress this year. Maybe a 30-30 season is in order. I really do like Brian Reynolds, and I love Andrew McCutchen. I love me some Andrew McCutchen. I think he's one of my favorite players in baseball, one of my favorite personalities. But you have him as a DH and you have him slated in, and I know this is just Fangraphs, but I mean, who else would you have at cleanup? I mean, you got Joey Bart hitting fifth, who, I mean, he had a decent little season last year. Can you count on him to continue to improve? He's 28 years old. He's past the point where he's kind of an up and coming prospect. Nick Gonzalez does have some promise. Key Brian Hayes, he's a great third baseman with a glove. Last year, absolutely horrible with the bat. I mean, you had an OPS under 600. What are you going to do with that? And Joshua Palacios, right field. I mean, the worst thing is they're not even doing anything to try to supplement their young guys in the rotation. Paul Skeens, Jared Jones, Mitch Keller. I know Mitch Keller's not that young anymore, but he's still very, very effective. Those three guys can strike out just batters for days. It's just so disappointing because Paul Skeens, he's going to be a generational pitcher. There wasn't a starting pitching prospect coming up that had this much hype since probably Steven Strasburg. And I know Paul Skeens didn't have a great pitching debut, major league debut. That's what the word is. He didn't have a great debut, but what he did was have a much better rookie year than what Steven Strasburg had. I mean, look at what he did. 1.96 ERA, 2.44 FIP, a 4.3 FWAR as a rookie, 133 innings, 100, how many Ks? 170 Ks over 133 innings, a 5.9 BWAR as a pitcher, a starting pitcher who was a rookie, had a whip under 1 as a rookie starting pitcher, won the rookie of the year. He is a generational pitcher. And what are they going to do with it? What are they going to do with Paul Skeens? Mitch Keller's great too. And Jared Jones has a ton of upside. We saw what he did last year. He looked really, really good. And he's only 23 years old. A 4 FIP, a 4.14 ERA. Yeah, it's not jumping off the page at you, but still, he has some really, really good stuff. Let's take a look at what he did last year a little more closely. I'm still getting used to Fangraphs. I've been a baseball reference merchant for a long time, probably too long, but now I'm getting into it. 4.14 ERA, 132 strikeouts over 121 and 2/3 innings pitched, a whip at 1.19. That's a very good starting pitcher, very good young starting pitcher. And the Pirates just need to start doing some things in the offseason to supplement that. I was talking about Spencer Horwitz. I just pulled up his baseball reference. There's some things to like here. I mean, he doesn't strike out very much. He takes his walks. So maybe he could turn into a very, very decent middle of the lineup guy, maybe a 6-hitter, maybe a 7-hitter. If he gets some more home runs, get hits for some more pop, that would be nice to see. Let's look at Jared Jones right now. I don't even think I need to pull up Paul Skeens because it's all going to be red. It's not all red for Jared Jones, but he does have some red. He still looks like he's very good. And who's to say all this isn't going to be red next year? Strikes out a lot of guys. His walk rate isn't ridiculous. He gets a lot of whiffs, a lot of chase. He's going to be good. He's going to be good for a long time if he can stay healthy. Same thing with Paul Skeens. And we've seen what Mitch Keller does. He strikes a lot of people out too. But I just wanted to pull Paul Skeens' page up because that is just so much red. Imagine having this guy on your team and you're not trying to build around him with a solid lineup and just more pieces. It's just really upsetting me. And I'm not even a Pirates fan, but I feel for Pirates fans because this is pretty rough to watch. It's not rough to watch Paul Skeens start though. That's not going to be rough to watch at all. But what's going to be rough is that they don't build around him, they don't extend him, and they trade him with 2 years left on his contract. And you have yourself another, like when the Nats traded Juan Soto to the Padres, you have another situation like that. But this is way worse because at least the Nats won a World Series with Juan Soto. They had some guys, they actually had some success. The Pirates haven't had success in years. So they need to start building around their pitching. They need to build around Paul Skeens. They need to make it happen. Their fans deserve it. They've been through a lot. Anyway, that's going to be my rant today. Let me know what you think in the comments. Consider hitting thumbs up if you like the video, and subscribe if you want to see more. And let me know how I can make these better.